Hello, welcome back, one and all, to Campaign 10 Divine Fervor. I'm your host, as always, Varinity Void. This here is part 16. If you want to know what happened in the previous parts, please go back and watch them. They are vital to knowing what is going on nowadays in this campaign. We're going to read some national ideas of two nations, and we will see where things go after that. One of those nations is going to be my own. I'm going to read third and fourth of Satavahana, and then, I think I owe it to part 2. Even though they have been down and out because of Mondstadt, I will read their... Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to... I'll read mine in another part. We'll read the last national ideas of part 2. 5, 6, and 7. And this is going to be tough for me. Because it's Kraven's conlang, language he created specifically for his world building. But I am dedicated. Alright, Kraven, you better thank me for this. Parunt tunnel towns. While the practice of carving dwellings into mountains is no stranger to this continent, from the orange Shalmen and their dwellings in the south to the secret halls of the hallowed Shulsinan and many layered to the east. Many a peoples have had the same idea multiple times in the past. Where we come to shine in this matter, however, is the sheer complexity and intricacy of our tunnel towns. Excuse me. Where the Shalmen etch their houses into the faces of the rocks, and the halls of Shulsinan exist solely for ceremony, the Parmut tunnel towns spread across the mountains like anthills do below the ground, branching out like trees and rivers in all directions, with the very same layouts as the fortresses we build above the soil. Whilst it's true that most people live in close proximity to the mountain faces, into which we've carved many a window and mighty balcony, for no man needs not the sun to live. The deeper levels nonetheless are of great use to us, from armories and treasuries to vaults of state secret to layered refuges in times of war. To date, even if we've lost our fair share of wars, no foreign army has ever managed to fully pierce into our towns. Development cost minus 10%. The sixth national idea is Kuxer Pufiri As. The sight of a countryman outside the country is among the fairest joys a Parunt can witness. Beyond our lands and the one employ of the Shalmen, such a sight is a rare one indeed, and the ability to speak our mother tongue to one another is a treasured one. The diaspora, even if dispersed, is large, and this craving for the home peaks of the Paru, and the company of one's kin oft leads many to return and seek jobs here, bringing with them the foreign knowledge they've accumulated. Cost of advisors with rulers, culture, minus 25%. The last national idea is Squash the River Folk. Oh god, I'm gonna need to drink some water after this. Long have we let our wars with the Iximpt drag on. It's about time we let loose the hosts of the mountain and take to the fields, squash their armies wherever they make, and kick them all back to the desert from whence they came. Army tradition from battles, plus 100%. And the ambition is max hostile attrition, plus 3. So, even though Part 2 has really nice defensive ideas and they have a lot of internal development they can do, unfortunately, Mondstadt kind of just said, nuh-uh, none of that fucking matters, because I have more than triple your military size, so, all those mountain tunnels we're swarming into, we're rooting you out. That's just how it be for Mondstadt. Let's look at the current wars. Well, I'll at least have this page set up. But, yeah. we're back with Revolutionary Lebanon and Revolutionary Sumeru. The revolution spreads further, don't you know? And Guanseo, as huge as they have become because of feasting on Sufanburi and feasting on Powo, they are now facing Powoan separatists as well as the wraths of Revolutionary Sumeru. And remember, whenever a revolutionary army occupies a province, I thought they would be spreading the revolution. Or maybe it's because Sumeru went revolutionary in the middle of this war. That's why they're not spreading the revolution via occupations. That could be it. Pangasinan has come to Cebu, looking for revenge. We'll see if Pangasinan can retake some of their land. I mean, they have an army there. And Pangasinan is one military tech ahead. It's possible. We'll see. I'm anticipating Sumeru is going to be aiming for more land down here in not Southeast Asia. That's what it is, and not Tibet. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Sumeru is a hungry nation, although there's nice farmland and grasslands you can colonize. It's not developed, but it's nice. Oh, they already have one here. Oh, that's a Guanseo colony they took. Okay. All right. Any other wars? Nope. It's really just Cebu is under attack, and so is Guan. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, America and Colombia are going after Fontaine, Partu, and Brazil. And Brazil is struggling to hold off Colombia. Previously, Brazil was on the front foot, but let's see. Discipline slightly favors Colombia. Morale slightly favors Colombia, and tactics are about even. So it's more so coming down to quantity. I'm going to move my mic back a little bit. It's more down to quantity than anything. And Brazil just doesn't have that quantity available, so Colombia is going to be sieging down more of Brazilian land. If America was down here, it would be completely lost. But this is an imperialist war, so the capital of Fontaine needs to be sieged down. And honestly, I don't know if America can send down upwards of like 100,000 troops to Fontaine's base of operations. Their home island is very well developed too, but really the war goal is right here at Saint Dominique. And I have to imagine Brazil's gonna sue for peace soon, because they don't want to be in this for long. Colombia they are making huge gains, and the Brazilian army is just getting pushed back, weathered to pieces. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Just like it's not looking good for my boys in Cascadia. We got separatists rising up in Salento. You gotta do something, Salento. Otherwise, these separatists, they're gonna take off. God damn, my arms itch a lot, but fucking... That's just the sunburn I got from going out with my friends on Saturday to downtown Seattle, and we were just chilling at the Bite of Seattle, and fucking, I knew I was gonna get sunburn, but now I'm paying for it. Sumeru took quite a bit of land. How much land did you take? You took land in both Tibet and Southeast Asia. Interesting. So Guanseo is really... If they don't get that alliance back with Li Yue, Guanseo is done. Like, done. They might still be able to attack Sufanburi, but Li Yue is really their lifeline at this point. Li Yue is the only one that can really contest against Sumeru, and even that is a fading possibility because Sumeru went revolutionary, and they don't have allies anymore. Never mind. I thought Sumeru had allies, but I guess Satavahana does not like what's called, doesn't like a revolutionary nation. Let me just see this real quick. No, they are friendly to each other. So maybe they start. Oh, broke alliance. Well, the possibility of the triple alliance here forming again is there. It's on the table. We'll see if it happens, I guess. Takigawa still allied to Powo. Toyotomi. Toyotomi is still a subject, a tributary of Japan. Akitemachi still allied with the papacy, and it seems like they cleaned up they cleaned up those rebels, or those rebels broke Akitemachi. This, for some reason, the Heavenly Kingdom or the Heavenly Empire is here again, but is a High Admiralty. All right, sure. I guess. Is that because of the revolution? The revolution has spread it. That is why there are revolts in Salento's provinces. The revolution has life. It has purpose. It has motivation. I can only imagine who Mondstadt's next victim is going to be besides Livonia. Like, Livonia is easy pickings, but then again, who isn't easy pickings for Mondstadt? Really? America, you're still going for that? I mean, Brazil has not pieced out, really. Brazil, for some reason, just really wants to take a beating. I don't know. Because, oh, there's the peace deal. So yeah, Colombia took a good chunk over here. They now control the entrance to the Amazon rainforest, this inlet right here. The province of Marajo and Muturu. Oh yeah, average land is dead. Rest in peace, my dear friend. Rest in peace. Bogomolist zealots. The zealots are going around. And yeah, we're chilling right now. There's only Partu going after Averton. And something tells me Partu is not going to have mercy on the royal family of Averton, the Aldersons. This 18-year-old, I think, is either going to be forgotten in a prison, or is going to be executed, or is going to go into a very, very long and controlled exile. Emperor Hagar Alderson, what will you do when your country is seized? At least Gaeldom has the benefit of a patron, of a guardian angel that is Mondstadt. Not every small nation is lucky like that. And there's Czechoslovakian separatists. Okay. Sangvisferi, unable to do anything because they have been split into pieces. And same with Bosporus. Oh, well, Bosporus is an OPM. And it seems like things are basically grinding to a halt almost, because a lot of the open colonizable land is taken over. The only land that is left to colonize is in like Siberia and inside the Americas. Right down here as well. Africa is completely taken up. And Europe is completely taken, etc., etc. Well, mostly taken, but it's really close. I mean, you know what I mean. Like Lebanon isn't going to war; they're colonizing up here in the steppe near Livonia. Semyon can't really do anything. Partu can't really colonize anything. Akan can't. Who's Akitemachi at war with now? Because no one's going to the Canaries. Okay. Akitemachi wants to go after Mzab. You gotta transport your troops over there, but good luck with that. And we're almost to a new institution, actually. 1800. Well, let's just take a look. Let's take a look at where the institutions have spread. So industrialization was in Bregenz, and then we have nationalism, which it only needs industrialization to be present. Development needs to be at least 30. Home culture, and Mondstadt is connected to the capital. Mondstadt is capital. Okay. So... Wait, what? Oh, okay. But yeah, Aberton just got annexed, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of nations that can spawn in nationalism, so it's anyone's guess where it's going to go. Capitanata is the capital province. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, Salento is the capital. Well, I mean, yeah, I should fucking know that. It's literally named Salento, so you know. Livonia could even spawn it in. So, I don't know. Anyone's guess where it goes. For a second, I thought that was revolutionary Muscovy. I was gonna be kind of shocked that Muscovy went revolutionary that quickly. But no, instead it's spreading into Sufanburi, Satavahana. It's also spreading a little bit into Europe through Sangvisferi. I'm not sure who else would really go revolutionary though. Maybe the Gurids if it spreads far enough in there. Salento, I don't think so. Salento is keen on putting down those rebels. We'll see. It's a waiting game. Dundar. How much have they been spreading the Sikh religion? They've been spreading it a lot, actually. Damn. Okay. Khmer, and this is the Buneric Reconquest of Perak. So Voloneri is declaring on Khmer, and Kutai is joined in, but Kutai can't really do much. So this is Voloneria just trying to consolidate their position, which is, hey, if Voloneria can consolidate all of Sumatra, as well as most of the Malay Peninsula, that's a decent base of power for ships and for their military. And plus, they can maybe get an alliance with someone. Like, if they get an alliance with Sumeru, that'd be great. Or Guanseo. It's not as good, but it would help out Guanseo's political position greatly. We have nationalism spawned in Satavahana. Tell me where it went. You also have rebels? Oh. How did we know it was going to be in Mondstadt? If you put your money on Mondstadt spawning in nationalism in their fucking capital, please buy a lottery ticket. Fucking Bregenz spawned in industrialism, and you know what? We're gonna have nationalism inside the capital. You know, why not? Anyways, with that being said, then the final age is going to be arriving soon. I'm very curious to see what Mondstadt does. Like, they could have, right now, they could have declared war on Livonia, and they could have fulfilled my my prediction from like the previous part, where they would be in Moskva by 1800s. But no, for some reason, the ruler of Mondstadt, Patriarch Gunther von Seeberg, doesn't feel like doing it. Who knew he would be a restrained man? Anyways, Pangasinan retook a lot of the Philippines actually from Cebu, and Cebu is left to just this southern part of like this. I think this is the island is called Mindanao, and then this province is Maguindanao. Maguindanao. I've heard different pronunciations. We'll see if this colony ever gets independent. It has support from Japan and Satavahana, but they don't feel like declaring war just yet. which I'm not sure why. Akhtemachi cannot do anything against an independence war like that. They really can't. So what wars do we have? Partu is going after Akan, which, no surprise. Vononeria still going after Kamai. I don't want to start slurring my words. I'm not drunk. I don't have any alcohol with me. Lebanon, with Sangvisferi going after Akhtemachi, and Muscovy alongside Revolutionary Hassa are going after the Gurids and the remnants of the Orenburg Cossacks. Alright. Gotta stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated with my Gamer Subs cup. And then Revolutionary Lebanon. They still gotta have Orthodoxy. Or no. They switched from Coptic to Orthodoxy. Okay. So stability is cheaper for them, and any provinces with the Druze religion is now giving less unrest. But how much? It's not that many provinces with Druze. Still, though, quite a bit of Orthodox land that is not giving them any trouble. Rebels in Part 2, bro. Emperor Zazar or something, whatever, the 27th. How many Zazars did you have? Let me take a look at that. What? Ledger, previous rulers. I just want to take a look at this. This is the first I've seen that many. Or, there we go. Jesus Christ, you really have had that many. Oh, it started from the 20th, I guess. Okay. Kravens, there's so many Zazars. Or however you pronounce it. And part 2, I believe the Isles are going to slip away from you again if you don't pay attention to them. And I think you're paying too much attention. You're paying too much attention to West Africa. Let's, like, the English, they might break away. The Scottish, they might break away. The Cornish, they might. You gotta do something. You should do something. But it's up to you. That's up to you. And I like that the Gurids are still putting up a fight, but I think they know it's a futile effort. They want to retake their home in their home province of Gor, but it's, I don't know. The future is so bleak. Because even if they defend against Muscovy, Dundar is right there. Dundar is just lying in wait, ready to pounce. Akhtemachi, Australia, is getting sieged down by, what is this? It's just straight up Revolutionary Lebanon. Did they have Oh, that's right. I forgot. Heavenly Australia is the colony of Lebanon. It's just. Wait, what is it? No. Is Akhtemachi in this war? What the fuck's going on? Occupied by Revolutionary Lebanon, and you are at war with Akhtemachi. Okay, I'm getting so confused for some reason. I don't know why. I'm crossing wires in my head and it's turning me to bits. Shit. Anyways, hey, Hawaii actually has a pretty decent sized army. Their navy isn't too big, but they're chilling. They are relaxing. Also, Fontaine maintains its territorial integrity. They are not to be trifled with. And same with Sulacet. They're doing very fine with their alliance in Colombia. And this is the third American Fontaine imperialist war. Good luck, Fontaine. I mean, not Fontaine, America, trying to land troops on the homeland. I have confidence that Fontaine is not going to get their capital siege down. I have the utmost confidence in them. And what else do we got here? Muscovy starting to finally push into the Gurids, and nothing we didn't see coming. Also, I gotta go back to current wars. Li Yue and then Guanseo and Pangasinan going after Takigawa, Powo, and company. So unfortunately, yeah, Powo's gonna lose Chengdu. Although that's a really nice province. 27 development, and it's making glass. That's solid. And Takigawa, I don't think they're going to get fully annexed, but Li Yue is going to consolidate even more of China. What they strived to do in the previous campaign with Great Shu and Liang, but things did not turn out well for Li Yue in the last campaign. Ihri, still allied with Japan and Koryak. Koryak is just trying to be the audience. I don't think they want to get involved in any wars. They felt the sting of combat, and well, they had a lot of their provinces annexed. And hey, Volnoneria did exactly what I thought they should do. They have fully consolidated Sumatra's, or the mainland of Sumatra, and they have consolidated the Malay Peninsula. That's very good. I'm happy for you. Because with this, their fleet is pretty powerful, and they can hold off troops at the strait. Kamai is still allied with Kutai. Takigawa, where did it all go wrong, friend? Where did it all go wrong? You were like one of the strongest exiled daimyo, and then it just something happened. Something happened and it all just started tumbling down. I don't know. Maybe it was Japan having competent naval AI this time around. That could have been your undoing. Which I think it was the undoing for quite a few. Yayusu being another one of them that suffered because of competent Shimabara. I already did my whole spiel on, like, you know, how in previous campaigns Japan's and stuff weren't that competent navally, so excuse me. My dear child, did I give you permission to go revolutionary? To raise up the flag of revolution? Did I? I don't think I did. And now you're at -2 stability. I don't understand. What did I do wrong in the child raising process to make you want to go revolutionary? What did I do wrong? Whatever. But that does get me curious though. Since the revolution has spread into Satavahana and they have embraced it, is it going to spread into Dundar? If it does, then basically the entire subcontinent goes revolutionary, and I get curious as to who's going to be leading the revolution. Who's the leader? Lebanon, okay. So, I guess we shall see how the revolution progresses. Sumunu's Republican tradition is pretty high, it's medium. Lebanon's is, are they an empire? They are a revolutionary empire under Great Sultan al-Nasr X. Interesting stuff. And, you know, they're still at war. They are still at war with Akdemachi, and they are still not transporting troops over because reasons. So, you know, business as usual. I'm pretty sure if Japan was invading Akdemachi and they were closer to Europe, they would be able to navally transport and take over the Canaries. And Akanland is still alive. They are still kicking, but you know, Partu has taken over all of most of West Africa. But in the meantime, while that was happening, hey, Protestant England is here under King Henry VII, Frederick de Camoys. I think Camoys? I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, hey, welcome the English. They don't have any allies, so maybe they'll get an ally. If Mondstadt were to ally them, that would be fucking hilarious. Putting like another thorn, a permanent thorn in the side of Partu, but yeah, we'll see. Just the thought of that is like, oh, you were busy fighting a war and rebels got the best of you in this faraway province? You wouldn't mind if I helped those rebels out, would you? Sumuru still is allied to revolutionary Satavahana. That's a mouthful. Akhtemachi somehow getting an occupation on Lebanon. Sure. Alright. Although you got separatists over here, you got Barathi separatists, Maratha separatists. Salento, you need to do something. You needed, for some reason, Armenia is still around. I thought they would have been annexed already. Same with Bosporus, but I guess, you know, having them in just like a cage of sorts. I don't know. And also Armenia, do you not? You're not in debt, so you could send a colonist. I'm not gonna make you, but it's up to you. It is up to you. Actually, that reminded me of like that Rhythm Heaven segment. It's up to you. It's up to you. Something like that. Like people in a library, they were spinning books, I think. If you remember what I'm talking about, please comment it down below or whatever. Ping me in my server with it. But I think there was something like that. They're like, okay, it's on. It's up to you. I can't remember for the life of me, but something. It's in my memory. There's something there. Then again, I could be just having a fucking fever dream. Hey, we have Bharat people. Tell me, is this the legit Bharat? Because I like the flag that they have. It's a cool custom flag. I don't know who did it. Yes, it is. It is the legit Bharat. Somehow the game thought, yeah, these rebels just put... For some reason, we can't find any other tag that's available, so just make these separatists over here Bharathi separatists. And, you know, it's not my Bharathi idea set, but okay. I don't like these ideas. They're just very generic to me. And I hate that there's administrative efficiency. Ugh. The Marathas are free too. If I'm being realistic though, it is only a matter of time before these OPMs are either taken over or they have an alliance and then they are slowly like vassalized. So Satavahana has some work to do. What wars do we got? The papacy going after Akan, but OPM, you know. And then Lunda, you know, it's an OPM. Or it's not an OPM, but it's like it's got two provinces. No, this is Denmark. That is a one province minor. Interesting. Denmark still has some overseas colonies. I didn't think they did. That's Japan. That's Japan. This is Denmark. This is Salento. Okay, and this is Salento. I gotcha. I gotcha. So I think I usually end these campaigns in 1865, so I don't know if it's going to be this part or the next part that or I don't know if it's going to be the next part or the part after that where I end this campaign, but we'll see. I think we can go to like 1813. Oh, I just hit my desk. Yeah, 1813, about like July, August of that year. Uh, Very slow to colonize Tibet for a good reason, and same with the Tarim Basin. And then what is this? Lebanon is going after Semyon, straight up. Lebanon, do you have access through Salento this time? You do. So the fact that there is open borders between Salento and Lebanon means Semyon can go into the Nile River Valley, as well as vice versa. Lebanon can go down into East Africa. And you gotta know, Semyon is not gonna... They're not gonna give up easily. However, Lebanon has 300k on the floor, and they are ready to do battle. So, Lebanon seems to be winning this. However, let's go take a look at the stats. Discipline is about even. Morale favors Semyon. Tactics favor Semyon. So, Lebanon is going to be taking a lot more losses in here, and I thought Lebanon was going to win, but no. Semyon wins. However, this revolutionary empire, they've got manpower up their sleeve. That's something Semyon does not have the advantage in, because Semyon just isn't as big. It's that simple. So, we're trying to take a battle here and here. Semyon's going to win this northern one, and they won the southern one. Lebanon, what's going on? You gotta just consolidate your armies and then kind of do a death stack against Semyon, because you're losing these individual battles, and the Nile is gonna come under siege. The more you let that happen, Lebanon, the less likely it is you're gonna win this war. Who else are you at war with? Semyon, Muscovy, and Hassa. Okay. So it's pretty much just the South Arabia, and Muscovy's not going to stand much of a chance. They have 41k, and honestly, like, there's just not much Muscovy can do. However, if Semyon puts, if Semyon puts enough pressure on like the Levant and pushes through the Nile with ease, that may draw Lebanon's attention away from Muscovy before they get to Muscovy's capital at Muscat. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Also, I'm going to see what other wars there are. Partu Lunda, Hawaii. Actually, the first war for Hawaii. Let's hear a round of applause for that. Clap, clap, clap. They're going to war against Viti Levu. I'm hoping they have a competent naval AI where they can land on these islands and take over Viti Levu. I have high hopes for you. And then Sumeru is going after Powo. Straight up, this is just directed at Powo. Liyue is defending, as well as Takigawa and Sufanburi. So the revolution is being carried out by Sumeru in East Asia. And Mondstadt is beating Livonia to a pulp. Livonia literally has, like, I'm not talking about like the literally people use nowadays, quite literally half as many troops as Mondstadt. About 430k versus Mondstadt's about 860k. It's just... it's an ugly war. It's an ugly war for Livonia. And Sumeru, how are you doing? You're doing fine. You've occupied Powo. Takigawa doesn't have many troops. It's mostly Liyue that is doing the heavy lifting with their 89k regiments. Sumeru has 160k regiments. We'll see. The Marathas went revolutionary. Okay. And Lebanon is retaking the Nile Valley, and seems like Semyon is just in Arabia for some reason. I guess they wanted to avoid the armies of Lebanon, which, you know, they are consolidating. I wouldn't want to face them one-on-one either. But I'm just curious if Lebanon is from here is going to go just straight into East Africa. That might be the play. Because Semyon's capital is right here in the province of Semyon. I need to drink some water though. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. Okay. Naval battle, but Semyon is going to win that easily. Lebanon doesn't stand a chance in terms of their navy. Japan has a lot of observers here trying to see what's going on in this war. And Livonia is... yeah, they're crumpling. They are folding fast to Mondstadt's armies, which is not surprising, unfortunately. And Muscovy's still in this somehow. I'm not sure why they're staying in this, but sure. And Sumeru is... They're under siege from Powo, but they're going to take out that army, I think. Yes, they will. Stack wipe. Li Yue needs to really start putting their troops forward, as well as Sufanburi. However, Sufanburi doesn't have any manpower, so there's not much they can do other than simple occupations. They can't do a siege. And they also have rebels they can't deal with. We'll do October of this year, so we'll finish this war in the next part. But I'm just curious if Lebanon is now shifting their attention to taking on Muscovy, or if they want to do something else. I'm not sure. Because yeah, it seems like they want to root Semyon and Muscovy just out of Arabia so that Lebanon can purely then focus on East Africa. Both Lebanon and Semyon are running through their manpower relatively quickly, and if it comes down to like who has more manpower, easily Lebanon wins that. There's no contest. Also, they have a long list of enemies. 3, 6, 7, 8 enemies. Okay. And then what's it called? We know Livonia they can't do anything to defend against Mondstadt. It's nice to see that they are trying to put up a front, but like Mondstadt is just too much. They're just too much. Just like Partou is too much for West Africa. Anyways, though, that should be it for this part. I think I will do 2 more parts after this. So we'll have like... oh, excuse me. I think this is part 16. So then we'll do part 17, part 18. And part 18 should be the last one, I believe. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, with that being said, let us go to the leaderboard. So, in first place is Mondstadt. In second place is America. In third place is Livonia. In fourth place is Partou. In fifth place is Shimabara. In sixth place is Colombia. In seventh place is Sumeru. In eighth place is Semyon. In ninth place is Sulaset. In 10th place is Mutapa. In 11th place is Dundar. And in 12th place is Lebanon. That'll be it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next part.